Welcome to Mod Pod with Fukunaga, a podcast that celebrates the strength and pulse of the luxury market. And now, here's your host, Vanessa Fukunaga.
Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Mod Pod with Fukunaga. And today's special guest is my dear friend, creator, founder, president of, director of the AMA Foundation, and many, many more things. Mrs. Sonia Falcone, welcome.
Thank you so much, Vanessa, for having me here. I love your jacket and I love your skirt. You look stunning.
Thank
it seems
you.
like you got it from my latest fashion show.
Exactly. You did your fashion show. When was it?
It
Sunday?
was last Sunday.
It was Sunday.
Yes.
It was amazing. And to be perfectly honest, everyone, I was fully inspired, and the outfit is all inspired by your fashion show. I was honored enough to be asked to be the chair of the fashion show called Miraflores.
Miraflores, exactly.
It was amazing. Even the invitation was phenomenal. It was all full of flowers, and I love that you're wearing your signature headpiece.
Thank you. All made by my atelier,
Beautiful.
handmade.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You
With
look
ribbons.
with ribbons.
Yes.
Now, tell me a little bit about the AMA Foundation. How did you get started? You don't have to do any of this. You have an amazing life and you're a very busy woman, but how did you get started and why?
Well, AMA Foundation began when we moved to Baja, California in Mar de Cortez. My husband brought us here, the whole family, and we started doing expeditions once a year for about 15 days in the middle of the Sea of Cortez. So when I discovered the beautiful and extraordinary biodiversity that there was there, I said someone has to protect it and save it. So that's how it began originally.
Biodiversity. This is a woman who knows what she's talking about. Amazing. 12 years ago. And when you say expeditions, would you just go out on the Sea of Cortez for fun with the family and you saw the natural life, or tell me about that?
I come from a country where there is no exit to the sea. So the fact that I'm going to be in the middle of the sea was scary initially. So I was terrified. And little by little, my husband taught me how to love the sea and everything that is under and not to be afraid. Yesterday, I went swimming for an hour, and the only month of the year that I can go swimming forever is August. When everybody goes away, I go, and the Sea of Cortez is all mine. So yesterday I went there, and the captain kept saying, "It's already 6:30, we have to go." And I said, "1 more hour." I was like a little child.
That's amazing.
It's delicious. Like, you know, the French will say, "Have you been swimming lately in the Sea of Cortez?"
I have. I actually just went on a diving trip a
my
few
gosh.
weeks ago. It was my first diving trip here in the Sea of Cortez. We went to Espiritu de Santo.
Espiritu Santo, Isla Espiritu Santo.
Oh, it was to die. It was amazing. I forgot how amazing it was to be underwater.
Yes, it's so beautiful. Yesterday I was with my daughter. She was, you know, she's finishing her master's and she had to do work. And I said, "Come on, we're going." Just like what you told me. We're going to go and play golf. Come on, let's go.
Exactly.
So that's exactly what I thought. I said, "I'm thinking of Vanessa and we got to do this." So we went for 1 hour and I'm telling you, no one could take me out of that water. It was like maybe 28 centigrade. Tell me a sea in the world that it would be so safe and so delicious.
That is amazing. And you said you came from a country that doesn't have water. I know you came from Bolivia.
Well, it has water, but no exit to the sea.
But no exit to the sea. Tell me
Exactly.
about what it was like growing up for you.
Growing up was such a beautiful experience. My parents have a farm, and they're farmers. And we have a large family of 7 children, and I'm number 5. And actually, we would spend every weekend at the countryside. So to me, being in contact with nature and the animals and the plants and the river and the mountain, whatever, it was just natural thing to do, to explore, to discover. I was just amazed by all this beauty. And then I went to Argentina to do my formal studies as a family tradition. And then from there, I moved to the US to learn how to speak English
Which she speaks perfectly.
At the age of 17, I could not speak English. So I went to school for 4 years to study English as a second language, and that's the result.
And how many languages do you speak? Because I hear you. I know when we have our dinners, you're speaking in English, you're speaking in Spanish, you're speaking in French. Keep going.
Well, I try to speak a lot of French, and English, of course, is like my second language. And I also can understand a little bit of Italian and Portuguese.
Wow, amazing. And if you guys, the audience out there, can hear the passion, just when you speak about the ocean and nature, it's truly, truly, truly inspiring, because, you know, today we're here at La Boutica, right, in Las Ventanas. It's to die. It's beautiful and fancy and elegant, and we're fortunate to be here in the premier hotel and in the premier location in Las Ventanas. But also there's a side to Cabo that is all of what you talked about. It is all of nature, and not everybody has a passion like you have for it. And when I hear you speak, and I hear you speak at the fashion shows or at your charity events, even the Alma Ball, tell me about some of your foundations that you've, the foundation events that you've had, because you've done so many on behalf of social issues and on behalf of the environment. Environmental
and
community.
Issues.
And community.
To benefit the community. That's the most important reason why we do it, because we are a community and we need to bring, without an ecosystem, we wouldn't exist. And I believe this is the ecosystem and we need to integrate. Integration is the key here. And as a community, we need to become together. We need to make this work for the sense of creating our environment.
It's amazing how you can galvanize the community together. And this is one of many projects that you do. Yes. And if somebody out there in our audience wanted to donate, how would they provide that donation to you?
We will provide a number to you, and they can donate to the foundation. It's all tax deductible, and it will be donated 100% to the causes that we are advocating, which are, several. We are very culture oriented, and also we care about the community programs such as the Down syndrome children that have discapacities, that we wish to integrate them in the community. They are also part of our program. We want to create a center where all the children with discapacities will be able to have access to education, to programs such as music, art, sports, name it. So these are our goals, and hopefully soon we're going to be speaking to the mayor of the city, which we are going to be asking for a piece of land. So tomorrow we'll invite you to break ground to build the next Down syndrome center for the community of Cabo San Lucas and San Jose, because it doesn't exist. And these children need us. They cannot do it alone, and without our help, they will not be able to make it. So right now they are living with their families, and they deserve to have a space. They deserve to have their own freedom, and they can be integrated as regular members of the society, just like you and I. They are intelligent, they are capable, and they can do it.
You're amazing. Did somebody introduce you to charities and foundations, or is this just something that has been in your heart forever? Because you're very, very generous, and it's not about writing a check necessarily, but it's about being able to use your words to inspire others to come together as a community. You really do inspire people to come together and make people want to help, whether it's the center, whether it's for the environment, whether it's for a particular cause. Where do you think that generosity came from? Now, I know you're going to be humble about it, but truly, because you don't have to do this, and not everybody has to do this. What drives you to do this?
Actually, I was raised in a very conservative family, and as a Christian, I was taught that the most important thing is to care about others, not just to be focused in ourselves. And there is a book called The Ministry of Kindness, and I'm sure you're familiar with it because Mother Teresa wrote several quotes from this book, and one of them is basically saying that if you look at the world in a positive way, you will love the world. But if you speak in a positive way, the world will love you. And in the way you give, you have to look with beautiful and positive eyes and feel with your heart. And whatever you do, make it with love, with a lot of love, because love is the thing that will change the world. And if we can only give a little bit of that, we will change many things in our lives and around us, and how we influence others with a positive life, with action. Action is the thing that we must practice every day, not just talk, but put our words into action. And that's what I invite everyone to do. And please come and help us. We need you, really, because it's not about me or you, it's about us. Integration, community. We all need this to happen in Baja California.
I would love to toast to that.
Oh,
Marino, ¿qué tienes para nosotros? We're in La Botica.
Yes.
And I would like to give a little toast to you and
Thank
our
you.
podcast together.
Thank you.
And all the things that you do. And Frederick and La Boutique are kind enough to sponsor Mod Pod with Fukunaga.
Thank you.
And so they are amazing at creating specialty drinks just for you based on your taste, your likes, your loves. And so we're going to have a toast to you as we move on.
Thank you.
It's amazing when I hear you talk and I see even your outfits. You have this line of this fashion line, you've got art, and we have so many things to dive into. But I just find you incredibly inspiring.
Thank you.
As my outfit is inspired by your fashion show today.
I love the color.
All the
I
colors.
have to tell you, the color are the colors that we use.
Yes.
And we are wearing the colors of my collection. This is not from my recent collection. It's from my previous collection. We have artisans from Oaxaca and from Chiapas, and the local ones that are doing everything hand knitted, crochet, bathing suits, and all this is touch it.
I know, this is to die.
And you can wash it by hand, and it will not
Beautiful.
get ruined, and it's just amazing. And it's one of my favorite pieces, and I wear it, and I have it like in 2-3 different colors.
Of course.
And it's available at different boutiques, of course. Las Ventanas al Paraíso has them, and many, maybe 2 other places, but I don't give everything to everyone. This one, it's here available, and it's beautiful.
No, it's beautiful. So I would like to make a toast. This will be the first of many, and you have to tell me because this was based on your taste and your request. Isn't it gorgeous?
It's beautiful. I love the ice, but look at these. Did you see? That's a cinnamon. Can I smell it?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, smell it.
Salud.
Cheers. I
Cheers.
love that leaf. Look at this.
Look at that with the ice in
and
there.
I love how stunning the drink looks. Look, from the glass to the ice, and look at my eyes. Can I see? Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
It's all about the presentation, but this toast is to you. Salud.
Yes. Thank you. Salud. I love the fact that they use
Glass.
glass.
Popotes, as they
Yes,
say.
popotes.
Straws.
Yes.
Yes, for the environment. Do you like it?
I love it. It has ginger. And
Oh, how can you tell? I can never tell.
It has ginger, and it has
Marino,
It
where are
has
you?
watermelon for color because I love red, and it has the cinnamon to control our sugars.
It has ginger, watermelon, a little bit of lime, and tequila.
No
There
way!
you go. There you go.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna taste mine and I'm never gonna be able to get Sonia, what am I gonna do? Okay, hold on.
Thank you. It's delicious.
Thank
I
you.
love it.
All right, Marina, you're gonna have to
Actually,
describe mine because I don't
I
know.
have to tell you, you've done it so exquisite that I'm going to steal the recipe.
I can give that to you whenever you want.
Tell me what this recipe is.
Actually, that's a pretty easy one. We clarify grapefruit juice. We have a tea made of lemongrass, and we only
Oh.
add vodka to it.
Okay. And what is this leaf?
We,
Is it a
that's a natural leaf. We clarify it.
You
just
what?
Clarify it. We only take
You
the
clari-
pectin out of it.
Really? You
and
know what?
It's only the skeleton that it's inside the leaf.
I have bad news for you.
Oh my God, I know what's gonna happen.
Do
She's
you know,
getting inspired.
Do you know what? You did this yourself. You put chloro?
We made it out of here.
Okay, well, I'm gonna ask you to make many more because this is my
I knew
next art piece.
I knew
Not
it.
only that I love it, but you're so talented. Bravo.
I knew it.
Good
Bravo.
job. Thank you.
You see, this
Between
is what
this
happens.
and this,
I know.
we're gonna. Oh my gosh! Did you tell them to do this?
Well, we gave them your taste and your
Oh
likes.
my gosh! But this what
is
kind of
all
leaf
them.
is it?
This is all them.
Just a wild leaf that we found out in the water.
I'm in love with it.
Oh, here we go.
I am in love.
The next collection.
Now you're gonna see it in all my next canvases because I am inspired by nature. I cannot help but admire this divine creation. Look how beautiful the veins. You can see through everything. Look at it. Oh my gosh, I love it. I even love it for, look at this. Look at the perfection of it.
It's to die for. It's
Oh
beautiful.
my gosh, I never thought that, you know what? I'm coming back and learning how you did it because this is it. You'll see it in my next exhibition.
I'm sure because what happened was, do you remember our little excursion?
Yes.
Our excursion?
Yes.
To where?
To Morelia and Pátzcuaro. Mm-hmm. Yes.
And then what happened was the 2021-2022 Autumn and Winter Collection by Miss Sonia Falcone.
Yes.
And it was beyond, and I really mean that. I mean,
Do you remember how much fun we had?
Oh my gosh, it was so casual and relaxed, and we could just be ourselves. And
do you remember when we entered the cathedral?
oh,
I have to tell you this. Do you
What?
remember the Virgin and all the dresses and all that?
Yes.
That's one of the dresses that I got the inspiration from, the gold and the roses and all that. I got it from there, and the ceiling, the all the gold, leaf all over, and the bright colors and all that. You remember?
Yes, I could see it in your
Okay.
collection.
Yes. So
yes, remember the videos we were taking and we were doing them upside down to try to
Yes.
capture the ceiling?
Yes. And do you remember the trees and the plants and the landscape and all that? And one of the collection dresses, it's hand painted.
Which one was it? Was it the one that looks
With the
like
green,
the,
all
oh, the
linen
leaf.
and the green. And did you see the birds?
Oh, the bird. She had literally a bird on one shoulder, and one of the models had a bird on her hand. One of the dresses was all white, and until she pulled out her arm, you saw an agave leaf.
Yes, agave leaf, exactly.
Or do you remember the caftan? No, of course you remember, but the caftan one where when she pulled her arms up.
And it was all these flowers. It's called Diosa de la Luna. And I can see you wearing it because you're the Diosa de la Luna.
Aw, you're so
So
sweet.
beautiful.
But do you see the inspiration? Sonia, you can take one little thing and be completely inspired. And I was so inspired by your fashion show.
Thank you. Thank you
So
so
inspired
much. Well,
that I wanted to go
you
all
are
full on
so
colors.
beautiful, and you have the figure that anything you put on, it's fantastic.
So I have to just circle back to the pieces,
You're
though.
so kind.
The pieces, not only are most of them one of a kind, like you said,
Yes.
but done with love and handmade, handcrafted,
Yes.
and everybody in the audience
Yes.
was dying over them.
Oh,
Do you
thank
remember?
you.
I mean, you could
Yes.
hear it.
Yes.
We were sitting in the
Thank
front
you.
row. You could hear the excitement of
Oh,
everyone.
I love to hear that.
And the inspiration of Mexico, and that kind of, I've loved it. I got my signature Sonia look today, and I was completely inspired by Mexico and your fashion show. And when we talk about the foundation and fashion for a cause, with all of the fashion that you create, it's part of the foundation. So a portion of those proceeds go to the foundation.
Yes, absolutely. The first thing we do, we donate to the foundation, then it goes back into production and to pay the ladies in the community that we are actually providing jobs for them that when COVID came, they didn't have any jobs. So we were helping all these ladies to have income to bring to their families, which was wonderful. And they're so grateful, and they thank everyone in the community for buying these clothes. So remember, percentage of this goes back to the foundation. And right now we have in mind to build a museum, marine museum, where we will have
it never
scientists from the university in La Paz come and help us. And it will be probably one of the municipality places that they have available, that they have promised to us. And the other thing is the Down syndrome symptom. These are the immediate need that we need, so we will ask for your generous offer to come and donate to us, and we will give you the number where they can do it, and it will be just amazing if you could do so. Thank you.
Amazing. You're so humble, but I must say, everything that you've done with this foundation, I think that when we all first heard about the foundation, we all thought it was about saving the oceans, which we as local people are very passionate about, but you help guide us in a way that we can help. And like you said, every little bit, every step, if each one of us does one little thing, and you inspire us to do that.
You know, I came here and actually I had never exhibited in the community because I was exhibiting all over the world and I was so busy, you know, traveling from St. Moritz to Milan, London, Paris, New York, Peru, Colombia, Buenos Aires, Sao Paulo. So I didn't really have time for Cabo because I didn't think there was an audience for my works. When actually I was so wrong that you have no idea how wrong I was. And I have to tell you, thanks to people like Luciano from Ginocchio Gallery and Frederick from here. They have an extraordinary gallery at Las Ventanas. They turn out to be my best sellers of my works. Do you know the biodiversity that exists in Cabo Pulmo? It's just breathtaking.
It's incredible.
Yeah. And have you ever taken a swim there?
I've taken a swim, but I haven't been diving there yet.
Okay, well, I don't know how to dive because I'm terrified of the sea. But maybe
you're terrified and love it.
I love it. I can only go snorkeling.
Okay.
So I go snorkeling and I can see the schools of fish.
I know.
And a lot of my paintings were inspired from these expeditions. So you know what? I took photos and I lived the experience myself. Like I recall maybe 10 years ago going with my husband and the children, and all of a sudden we will see at night in the middle of the Sea of Cortez next to Espiritu Santo, thousands of manta ray.
Oh, I love that.
And do you know how many, when you see at night the amount of manta ray and snakes and turtles and name it. Do you know, I will say, oh my gosh, how am I going to swim in the day? I would be terrified. But the next day, I was just jumping in.
And look at you, and you're such an advocate for the ocean. It's amazing. I did my first time in La Paz, and then I went to Magdalena Bay.
Oh.
And saw the babies, and it was kind of like I was in a little panga, and the moms would bring the babies up.
Wasn't it the most extraordinary experience?
It sounds.
Did you swim with them or did you just watch them?
I just watched them.
Why didn't you jump in?
Because nobody was jumping in, and it was more like keeping the babies protected.
Yes.
But in La Paz, I did swim with them, and I was really adventurous. I was the first one to jump in, and then there were, imagine 4 or 5 around. I have to admit,
you were terrified.
I was terrified.
Yes.
I was.
Like
there were 4 or 5. They were swimming right by me. But it is one of those things where you just have to be strong and find your happy place.
Yes.
And I thought I want to live this adventure in this amazing place where we're at.
Yes.
And but I haven't done what you've done because you've taken all of this passion.
Yes.
And you do something with it. Would you say that the heart of your purpose in life is to give back?
Where I come from and where I'm going is very important, and that my actions matter. So I want to make sure that every step I give, it has a purpose. And no matter what I do, because I never know whom I can influence. So I always wake up every morning, and the first thing I do is I pray and I ask for wisdom. And all I want to do is just plant a positive impact with those around me. If I could do that, I will be so happy. You're amazing, Vanessa. Whatever you put your hands to, it's extraordinary. And thank you for inviting me to this program because I had to make time to come in. My daughter was leaving to the US and I said, I have to see Vanessa. And this is very, very important. I cannot miss it. And you know, before coming here, I had a call from a lady, which is an artisan that is doing handcraft and all that from London. Her name is Susie Turner. And she loved the collection so much that she called me to do something, collaboration together. So I'm inviting you to come and create with me and inviting you to tell me, as a woman of world, as a woman of fashion, as a woman of influence, because you are an influencer in your community. Do you know that?
Thank you.
With your magazine, which is extraordinary, you not only make it beautiful, but you make it like very readable with subjects that matter, that can impact the community. And you're also doing extraordinary things with your real estate company. So I invite you to come to my atelier, maybe tomorrow, the day after. I want to show you my showroom, and I want you to tell me, as a woman of substance, what is it that you would like?
Oh my gosh!
So wonderful to see you. You look stunning.
Thank you, so do you. I love your design. Oh my gosh, look at this showroom. Incredible. Incredible. Show me around.
Please come in.
Look at this.
This is Maria Bonita, all hand embroidery and made with a lot of love. And this is the Adele blouse that is actually from the Revolution. They were using this when the woman liberated, and they were using guns and all that. So that's why I call it Maria Bonita. This one was made to make you look really feminine.
It's so
But
dramatic.
at the same time, everything is haute couture.
Sure.
Altamora, just as Maria Bonita, this is also Altamora. And again, we go with the Miraflores idea that I got from the Madonnas in the churches of Pascuaro and
Morelia.
Morelia, exactly.
This was one of the statement pieces of the evening. Absolutely dramatic.
Yes, and as you can see, look at the beautiful hat, and touch the cotton in the back, and it's made for winter. It's a little warmer, so we line it up. Absolutely amazing. And I chose pink because I thought it's the color of Mexico, and what better color to show Miraflores.
Beautiful. Well, cheers one last time to an amazing collection, your 2021-2022 Miraflores collection, and we look forward to the next season.
Thank you so much, Vanessa.
Well, you're an amazing, inspirational person, woman, leader, conservationist, speaker, designer. And you've taken your talents and your passion and your life's work and the amount that you're giving back. And when you say if you could only touch one person, you've touched not only hundreds, thousands, but millions of people, and you probably don't even know it.
Oh,
And
thank you so much.
You've definitely touched me. Thank you to our audience. I hope that you are even just a little bit as inspired as I am every time that I get together with Mrs. Sonia Falcone. Please contribute to the AMA Foundation and take the words of kindness, of inspiration. It's amazing how you see light, love, art, culture, and design in everything that surrounds you. So
Thank you so much,
once
Vanessa.
again,
Thank
salut.
you. Salud. Thank you. God bless you.
Thanks, everyone.
Salud.
Thanks for listening to Mod Pod with Fukunaga. Follow the episodes on all major podcast platforms, including Apple, Spotify, Amazon, and many more.